Frank here with the National Real Estate Post. Brian's not with us today because he's still getting back from the National Association of Realtors convention that was down in San Diego, and that's why we missed yesterday. Sorry about that, but let's get right into today's show. I got something really interesting that I want to run by you and talk about. Before we do that, of course, got to do some housekeeping and get our mention out. Remen Wholesale, don't forget, you can click this banner over on your right. They've got like tons and tons of very simplified, like little cartoons that you can make use of to explain TRID to virtually anyone, realtor, client, anyone. So if you want to tap into this cartoon database that they got, just click on this banner on your right and get a hold of them. Put your information in there and they'll hook you up with these cool video cartoons that explain TRID really, really well. Speaking of TRID and moving on to the show, today I want to talk about the CFPB, and specifically I've got a thought on their Home Loan Toolkit. Now, if you haven't seen the Home Loan Toolkit, you really need to check this thing out. I know a lot of times we kind of kick the CFPB around a little bit because we don't necessarily agree with the way that they fine people, etc. But they actually do perform a lot of good things. And one of the things that they've got out there that's really, really helpful is this Home Loan Toolkit. Now, you may think, well, I don't want to make use of this Home Loan Toolkit as a professional because perhaps the CFPB is going to try and steer these people away, these potential customers of mine, to somebody else. And I'm going to try and talk you out of that reasoning here. I would like you guys to check out the link down below to the Home Loan Toolkit from the CFPB. This toolkit is a 28-page document that, if you considered it, it is probably the most comprehensive first-time home buyer presentation that you could ever give anybody. I would see using this toolkit specifically for first-time home buyer seminars or even webinars. And I would go through it in detail, preferably the seminar style where you've got them in front of you, you're sitting down, you're helping them go through the toolkit. This would take probably a good half day. This is going to be an extensive process because this toolkit is so thorough. It'll just take time. And I know that if you managed to get a seminar together with first-time homebuyers and went through this toolkit, they would be so appreciative because the information there is so well put together and so well thought out, and you'd be the one that was helping them out the entire way through it. If you haven't checked it out, you've got to check it out. It literally goes through everything that you would need to know as a potential home buyer. This is probably not a bad thing for repeat buyers as well, but for sure it's fantastic for the first-time home buyer. It's amazing for the first-time home buyer. Now, let's get down to the nitty-gritty on this thing. The spot that I think every lender anyway will have a problem with is Section 6. Okay, Section 6 is where the CFPB says, hey, check with 3 different lenders. And it even tells them how to go about checking with the 3 different lenders. So you might think, okay, this is crazy, man. I'm putting on a seminar. I'm the loan guy. Why would I take them through this section? Well, I would think that if you were the one giving this presentation with their toolkit, right, first and foremost, there's already going to be a pretty big bond of trust between you and the guys that you're talking to. They're going to like you already. Secondly, if they actually do go out and talk to a couple other lenders, they're already talking to you, so you're one of them, right? If they go out and talk to another couple of lenders, actually in their toolkit, the CFPB says to them, hey, you might find somebody that's a little cheaper, so go back and ask the other guy who's a little bit more expensive why the differences are there and what they might be providing that's different than the other place. It actually says that in the document, okay? So I just have to believe that for the most part, if you were giving these seminars using this toolkit, that you'd probably be the one to, reap the benefits of it. As long as you're not a criminal out there trying to screw somebody. I mean, if you're a good lender who's doing a great job, who's works for the competitive company, this thing is not going to be a detriment to you in any way whatsoever. It's only going to help you. And the thoroughness of this toolkit is just unbelievable. I mean, it gets down to at the end where you're actually going over the loan estimator and explaining everything. If you went through this home buyer toolkit on a home buyer seminar with first-time home buyers, these guys would be very much endeared to you. I know that they would. Now, I would also think about this as well. Why wouldn't you team up with a real estate agent? And real estate agents, why wouldn't you team up with a lender to put on these, these first-time homebuyer seminars using the CFPB's home loan toolkit? You could certainly even put in the advertising. Hey, we're going to go through what the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau wants you to know about getting a home loan. We're going to go through their actual toolkit. Come see us this time, this day, and we're going to go through it with you. I mean, I'm betting that as a consumer, I'd feel kind of confident that, okay, they're going to go through this government form with me. It's probably pretty safe. I'm just saying this is a great tool. You should be taking advantage of it and using it. I certainly know the CFPB would appreciate it, right? The consumers will appreciate it. And don't stress out on Section 6. I really wouldn't stress out on that section. I think that that's not going to be that big of a deal to you guys. So to wrap this thing up, the link is down below to check it out. Check it out thoroughly. And also to wrap this thing up, we would like to hear from you guys. Are you using this toolkit for your buyers? Are you sending it to them? If so, why? If not, why not? And what your thoughts are on this idea of actually using the CFPB Home Loan Toolkit to do your first-time homebuyer seminars. I personally think this is a home run, and the toolkit that they put together is phenomenal. It's absolutely phenomenal. It's probably the best first-time homebuyer seminar you could ever put together for anybody. So with that, I'll let you guys go today, and we'll be back together tomorrow. But let us know your thoughts on this down below. What do you think about this? I would really appreciate your comments on it. And with that, you guys have a fantastic day. Don't forget you can subscribe for free in your upper right-hand corner if you're meeting us for the first time. And forward and share this on your social sites. This is a great opportunity. Real estate agent, loan officer, come together, right? Put on an educational seminar, first-time home buyers using the government's toolkit. I think it's a brilliant thing to do. I don't think you should trip on Section 6 at all. Let me know what you think. We'll catch up with you guys tomorrow.